Hello, everyone.
I don't know if she's ready.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for joining us in today's council meeting. We're going to get started. We've got a few presentations and a few items to go over. We're going to do a couple of changes to the agenda, but before I continue, I'd like to ask the city manager, do we have any changes to the agenda?
Yes, Mayor. For tonight, we are going to postpone our Platinum Energy Award to a future meeting. We also added a proclamation for Fire Captain Rick Aleman, who's retiring. And also, we're going to move closed session after our special presentations.
Very well. Thank you, city manager. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Garcia.
Here.
Councilmember Lara.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Dr. Sanchez.
Here.
Mayor Camacho.
Here, and I understand Councilmember Lutz is running a little late, so he'll be joining us soon. Moving on to our invocation, I would like to ask our Mayor Pro Tem to lead us in the invocation, and then stay standing for our flag salute as well. We have a special guest.
Thank you. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for the privilege of allowing the members of council and our first responders here today serving in the city of Pico Rivera. I pray for those who are in positions of authority and leadership. Thank you for their commitment and dedication to our city. Help us to discern between good and bad choices and to make wise decisions, decisions that will contribute to the growth and integrity of our city and work for the benefit of our community. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen. Great, and so we have a special guest with us to do our flag salute. Help me welcome Jaylene Acosta, fourth grader at McGee Academy. Join us, please.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the City Council, and members of the community. My name is Jalen Acosta, a fourth grader, a student at McGee Academy. It is my honor to
You got this, you got this. And we adults do it too, so don't worry about it.
It is my honor to lead the Pledge of Allegiance. Please face the flag, place your right hand over your heart, and join me as we begin. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Great job. Let's give it a Jaylene, why don't you come up and join us over here for a picture? I get nervous. Don't worry about it. There you go. This is on behalf of the City Council. Thank you for joining us doing the flag salute today. See you soon. Oh, your little sister join us as well, right? Bring the family up here. Yeah. Can you join us?
Mind if I get a quick picture with just the council for now? One, two, three.
Yeah.
We can just get one with the family, then we'll get one with the council. One, two. And can I just get one by herself, real quickly, and then I'll get one with one.
Yeah, so it's been a great success to bring members of the community to come and do the flag salute for us. I know we recognize all over 2025 just recently in the profile, so it's quite a few. So if anyone out there interested, join us. All right, with that, I'd like to just recognize our two commissioners here with us today. It's Eric Martinez from Planning Commission. Thank you, Eric, for being here. And we have Daniel Garcia, our Veterans Commission, here as well. Thank you for both for being here. And we have another commission in the audience. I saw her, our Parks Commissioner, Kimberly Garcia. Thanks for being here, Kimberly. Appreciate all the work you've done, and which now will lead us into a presentation, which, as mentioned, we have a presentation by our Congress member here with us as well. So we'll start with her first, and then we have a recognition for our retired captain as well. So actually, why don't we go ahead and come on up and do the presentation. We're going to do it here, right, Steve? Right? Okay. Come around that way. So we, as a Congresswoman is coming up, as some of you might know, we appreciate a lot of the work that the Congresswoman has done on behalf of not only her district, but I can speak on the city of Pico Rivera. This $850,000 that is given to us. Yes, please. The Congress member will elaborate a little more, but this $150,000 allows us to bring a community center to life, the OBFW over on Durfee, a community center, boxing center that we're trying to put together that through the help of this contribution is going to go a long way. It fits within the corridor of the Whittier Boulevard revitalization that we're trying to do along Whittier Boulevard, and that also includes bringing back the as we call it, historic paseos behind around Durfee and Whittier Boulevard. Kind of brings life to that area, which the Congresswoman is also part of giving us another contribution. Needless to say that we've been fortunate that I think every year, although we submit, how many do we submit?
I asked for 3 and you guys give me 10.
You just never know, right? You might get a little more. So we submit a bunch of them, but we've been great at having support, financial support by our Congress member pretty much every year for a variety of projects, some that already come to fruition, some that are working. So again, Congresswoman, thank you for all you do for us. Thank you for you do for your district. And I'll give you the floor now that I've taken all of your time.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, I want to thank the mayor and the city council. You all are so fortunate because you have a council that has vision for the city, where it wants the city to be in 5 years or 10 years. And sometimes they may dream a little bit big, but I'm always happy to try to help them with their priorities. So last year they submitted some requests for funding, and one of them was for the Durfee Avenue Center, and that is going to transform a vacant building into a community hub that is going to be for wellness programs and for youth programs. And so I'm really excited to be here this evening and to present them with the $850,000 that we got them to make the Durfee Avenue project a reality. But it really starts with the vision from the council, and so I want to thank all the council members and the mayor for always thinking ahead, planning ahead, looking ahead to try to make Pico Rivera an even better place to live and to work. So congratulations to you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else?
On the count of 3, 1, 2.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good to see you.
Thank you, Congressmember, for all the support. And I know some of you are wondering why I'm not wearing a tie today. I couldn't put it on. I have a sleeve. I had shoulder surgery. I had a rotator cuff surgery. And so I'm 2 weeks in with the sleeve. I have another few more weeks to go, but it was an old injury that I got re-injured and I had no choice. I'm not getting any younger. No, it was all, old injury.
I heard it was fighting for funding.
There you go. Hey, I'll take one for the team. But here we are, and yeah, I could have put a tie on, so I figured, somebody told me to put a clip on now, so I might try that. But okay, well, thank you, Congressmember. I appreciate it, all the support you're giving us, and I know that it will continue. And as you've supported us, we'll continue supporting you as well. So let's keep this moving forward. Thank you. With that, I'd like to also now move on to a presentation. I know we've had a few of these retirements recently, and it's our honor to recognize one of our captains here that has worked in Pico Rivera and has a long career, Captain Rick Elman. I'd like to bring you up over here. If you can join us as well, please. They hear Go Bears? Yeah, right. Go Bears? Is that what they say? Okay, we'll leave it at that. But no, Captain, again, thank you for all you have done for our community, for the county of Los Angeles. I know we have three great fire stations here in our city, and I know you're a big part of that. So it's, I guess, in a sense, bittersweet for all of us to see some that's done great and contributed a lot and the development of your staff as well, your personnel, but see you leave in retirement. So congratulations again. But I will take this opportunity to just read a few of these items here because it just tells a little bit about your career and what you've done over the years. So the city of Pico Rivera is home to over 63,000, and the protection of life and property is entrusted in the Los Angeles County Fire Department, which operates 3 fire stations in city of Pico Rivera. Each fire station is manned by a 24-hour crew under the leadership of our fire captain, who is responsible for directing emergency response operations, overseeing firefighting and medical services, and managing the station's daily activities. Whereas Fire Station 25, located on Slauson Avenue in the city of Pico Rivera, operates under a rotating shift of captains, including Captain Rick Alleman, who has faithfully served a Station 25 for 16 years. Captain Rick Alleman began his career in firefighting with the Los Angeles County Fire Department more than 30 years ago and has proudly served as an academy instructor at the East County Training Center as a firefighter and fire specialist at multiple fire stations throughout Los Angeles County. Captain Alleman is highly respected by his fellow peers, leading by example and consistently providing purpose, direction, and motivation to those around him, while emphasizing compassion and professionalism in patient care and ensuring that every member of the community is treated with dignity, respect, and empathy. Captain, whereas in recognition of Captain Alleman's accomplishment, it is appropriate at this time to commend him on his dedication and commitment to the Los Angeles County Fire Department, the citizens of County of Los Angeles, and the residents of the community. Therefore, be it resolved that the Mayor and City Council of the City of Pico Rivera on this day do hereby commend Captain Alleman for this year, his over 30-year career in Los Angeles County Department. Congratulations, Captain, and thank you for all your service for our community and so forth. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm not as eloquent as Congresswoman Sanchez to get up here and just speak off the cuff, so I had to write a few things down. Can you hear me okay? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Camacho, Mayor Pro Tem Sanchez, and thank you to the members of the City Council. I am deeply honored and humbled for this recognition. In addition to thanking the dignitaries here this evening, I must recognize those that were instrumental in allowing me to have this dream of a career. First, to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Because of his protection, my crews and myself were able to go home to our families each and every shift. Secondly, to the love of my life, my beautiful wife, Krista. Your sacrifice for this career allowed me to flourish in a job that I loved each and every day. I can't wait to grow older together. To my children, thank you for sharing me over the last 30 years with another family, the LA County Fire Department. I know you gave up a lot. Thank you for understanding all of the missed holidays and birthdays. I promise I'll be around for them from now on. Lastly, to the men I served with on this esteemed fire department, words cannot describe what you mean to me. You are my brothers. I will always carry a special place in my heart for all of you. My time here serving the city of Pico Rivera was a highlight of my career, certainly evident by the 16 years of my 30-year career spent here. It's been widely known that a fireman's time in a station is usually dedicated or dictated by the personnel that are assigned there, and specifically to their shift. I can wholeheartedly say this is true. My crews that I've had the privilege to work with are some of my closest friends now. However, I'll take it a step further and state that the community in which you serve also plays a significant role in keeping you rooted in a station. Station 25 was my home away from home for the past 17 years. During that time, I spent more time in Pico than I did my own home. I know my family can attest to that. The people of this city are some of the most loyal in the world. Their kindness and generosity were displayed daily. From tamales, homemade salsas, baked items, and full-course dinners being brought to our front door, to pallets of food and supplies being delivered to the station during the devastating Palisades and Eaton fires, we were always treated like family. I will miss my time here in this amazing city. I'll miss the members that I've served with providing a vital service to its residents, but my memories will never fade because Pico has been a huge part of my life, and I'm grateful to have had the privilege to serve all of you. I will miss you, Pico, but I truly will never forget you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I ask my colleagues to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor Camacho. I think the mayor said it with his opening statement. This is bittersweet. Captain Allman, when I first met him, my daughter came and introduced me to him at a summer street fest on Mines Boulevard. But this captain right here was a caring captain. He leads by example, and you see your colleagues right here in this memorous moment. But this captain right here would allow the community to come in and do tours. He would take time out to check out the equipment, future firefighters in the fire department. But more importantly, you have a veteran facility right around the corner from Station 25, the VFW Post 7734. This captain and his colleagues would support fundraisers for our veterans. During the holiday season, in December, Christmas, they would bring that jolly fellow on the fire truck to brighten up the lives of boys and girls. Captain, we truly are going to miss you. It is bittersweet, but we wish you the best in your future endeavors. Congratulations on your retirement.
Captain, thank you very much for your dedication to this community, to your career, and to the passion of protecting people and property. What you said about missing holidays resonated with me as a past ER nurse in the MICN, being on the other side of the radio, speaking with you, taking calls and caring for patients. I can guarantee if you're working a Super Bowl, there's going to be calls as soon as the game starts. On Thanksgiving, it's going to get busy after dinner. But those sacrifices you and your family were willing to make to put others first. And thank you very much for your dedication, for your professionalism, not only you, but the other firefighters in LA County. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I want to thank you for so many years. I don't want to tell you how old I was when you started your career. And I'm sorry that I'm not going to do the ride along with you, but I know that you're passing the torch and leaving in good hands. But I do want to say thank you to, as he mentioned, the family. I know you spent many more days and much time during the week in Pico Rivera with us, and you put the community first over yourself, your life, and your own family. So there's not enough gratitude that we can extend. The certificate doesn't show us. We know what that means, and even for your family. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of our heart. Thank you.
Pico Rivera will always be your home. So you're welcome anytime, right, Captain? All right, let's take a picture, and then I'd love to bring all the team that's back there to join us as well, please. Bring your family and your extended family.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Come on, everybody up. Let's go. The whole family up here. Guys,
Those are my grandsons.
Monica.
Okay, sure. All right, get the guys up here.
Spread them out. Have you guys, some of you on this side. Spread it out. Everybody good? What do you think?
Yeah, it's a do list. Okay, thank you very much, Mayor. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Okay. Sir.
I'll manage you somehow, some way. Okay, so that concludes our special presentations. Again, thank you, Captain, and for all the work you've done. Thank you, Congresswoman Sanchez, for the support as well. So thank you. We're going to, actually, as I mentioned, as the city manager mentioned, we're going into closed session. Normally we do closed session at the end, but our presenters need to leave earlier, so we're going to change it up a little bit. So we're going to go into closed session. We'll be right back, okay? Thank you. Since being in closed session, we had some important matters to discuss. Mr. City Attorney, can you bring us back into open session, please?
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council. The record should reflect the City Council with all 5 members being present in closed session. I received a briefing on the one item that's listed under real property negotiations. There was no direction or action taken that is required to be reported at this time. It would be appropriate to continue with the open portion of the meeting, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. City Attorney. Moving on to our next item on the agenda for public comments. I do have one public comment. Vivian Curley regarding streets.
Hello, my name is Vivian, and I have one FYI for the mayor. I told you a few weeks ago there's a neighborhood cat that is very mean and nasty. You said to contact Siaka. They do not have cat traps, and even if I trapped the cat myself, they said they wouldn't take it.
Thank you for that.
Just a FYI, I'm just stuck with the cat.
See what happens? Services change so quickly. I'll follow up. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I know I told you that. That's what they had informed me.
Yeah, well, they don't do that
it.
anymore. They recommended peppermint oil or this other thing that smells like dog urine to keep them away from my yard.
Continue.
So I'm just stuck with the cats. The reason why I put my name in is about my street. I complained about the street sweeper, which he's doing a much better job. I go out on Thursday, make sure that his street cleans my street well. He does. Typically, he'll take a picture, clean the street, and then take a picture of it clean. The last time I went out, he didn't take any pictures, but he did clean it. But I wanted to know, when I came, I also asked about when you would be able to repair the street. I never got a response. So I know that it's not on the budget for the year 25-26, but maybe it's in the budget for 26-27, and I don't need a specific date, like August 20th. I just like to know, is it winter 2026 or spring of 2027? Or is it not even in the budget at all? Maybe it'll be in the next budget, but I'm going to be undergoing chemo soon, and I'm not going to be able to be checking on that street sweeper every week. So I'd like somebody to give me a call and let me know, is it in the budget? And approximately when, like I said, summer of 2027, or kind of a rough estimate of when they will fix the street.
Thank you. Just commented on those. I know we had a list of projects that were presented to us sometime with the streets, and definitely now that you've come and it's on record, we're going to work towards that. Can't give you a definite time unless our Public Works.
I'm not answering that question. I know you guys aren't allowed to, but I can answer that.
If you have real-time info.
Yeah, today we received bids for our annual sidewalk improvements. It also includes curb and gutter. Her property on Kelton View is part of that project. So we're looking at starting this summer on that, on the whole, all the locations, but her location also is included in that.
Well.
2026. Thank you.
Well, lucky you got your answer. There you go. Thank you for coming. That concludes our public comment. Do we have any written comments?
There was none received, Mayor.
Thank you. With that, I will go on to our consent calendar. Can I entertain a motion?
I'll move, Mr. Mayor.
We have a first. Can I get a second?
Second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Hearing no opposition or abstention, so moved. On a unanimous vote here. Now moving us on to our regular agenda item number 7. It's an ordinance, ordinance amending Title II, Administration and Personnel, Title V, Business Licenses and Regulations, Title VIII, Health and Safety, and Title X, Vehicle and Traffic of the Pico Rivera Municipal Code. First reading and introduction. Mr. City Manager, we have a presentation.
We do not have a presentation, Mayor, but I do want to point one of the items out. I know there were some challenges in the community with some illegal tows. Part of this update is to attempt to address some of these illegal tows by giving our parking enforcement the powers and duties to cite the owners in case they're not following the California.
And can you, and thank you for that, pointing that out, and can you just elaborate a little bit more what that vehicle code is? Because I know we've had some incidents that you referenced to.
Yeah, so under the California State Vehicle Code, there are certain conditions that allow a property owner that's open to the public to tow certain vehicles. You have to give them a certain minimum time, I believe it's an hour, and then they also have to give them, have to take a picture. They also have to be within a certain radius for the tow yard. So there are different conditions that, under the scenario that the complaints that we've been having, they haven't been abiding by those. We brought that attention. City attorney's been actively involved with certain businesses in our community that have been doing these tows. I haven't heard any reports since we've reached out to them with our city attorney, but this is going to give us the ability to cite the owner that we didn't have before under our old.
Cite the owner that decides to get a tow company and tow.
That is correct.
Within that period.
That is correct.
Right. And we've had the situations, I've heard, we've had people come, residents come and complain of such incidents in the city. So appreciate that. And we also have, I know you, staff is working towards a more comprehensive issue as it relates to towing through the direction of city council, some meetings before. So that's in the works, correct?
That is correct.
All right. Very well. Having no others, any council member?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. City Manager, question: has the property owner that initiates the tows, have they been informed of the legalities of the California Vehicle Code that you just stated?
They have.
Okay, very good. So then all parties are informed. Now, at this point, if no one chooses to do what's appropriate, their responsibility, the negative drawbacks of decide to continue towing. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Mayor, if I may add just one more comment. And I personally have met with the owners of one of the businesses that have been impacted or that have been impacting also. And I plan to meet with the city manager this week to provide them an update of that meeting. We are on the right track. They understand the significance of what is taking place. And we will, I think the captain also wants to say something too. No? Oh, I'm sorry. But we're moving in the proper direction.
Thank you for that. And again, we've had a increase in what we would call it predatory towing, and abusing this service available to businesses in our community. And so we're just not going to tolerate that. And so that's where we're at. Councilmember?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. And I just want to thank staff for taking the initiative and moving this forward, because we received numerous complaints from residents who were victims of towing. And we know it was in certain pockets in our city, but it seems that is spiraling out. When you look at tow companies in the city of Pico Rivera, not just on the north end or in the middle, there was some concern on the south end as well, which we brought to the attention. So I'm really pleased to see this, and I want to thank my colleagues for pushing this initiative forward.
So it's really two questions. One, what sort of recourse do residents have who were impacted unlawfully and their cars were towed and they're out several hundreds of dollars plus the inconvenience? And secondly, aside from citing the owner of the property of the business or businesses, could you also cite the tow truck company, because they should know the law also, right? So you have two players who are willfully taking advantage and violating state law. So two questions: recourse and then the ability to cite tow truck.
And if I may, Mr. Mayor, yes. Initially it's a tow company that is primarily at fault. Yeah, I went to one of the sites myself personally. They are well posted on who can park there and who can't park there. So really, when someone is parking in a lot, any lot in the city, where they're really not supposed to be parking, they are subjecting, anybody who does that is subjecting themselves to potential tow. but there are state laws that mandate that 1 hour waiting period. And yet I think the reaction or the possibly overreaction is to, well, they're in my lot, let's get them out now. Actually, the example that was used is if somebody parks in your driveway or in your, blocking your access to your driveway, you'd want them out right away. And I understand that. I mean, I truly understand that. And we had a very positive conversation. But the tow company, when they're called, they should be asking, well, there's a state law that says, you can't do it unless X, Y, and Z happens. And I think in the particular instance in this one towing company, they may not have all their proper authority or proper licensing with the city. So, like I said, I will be providing an update to the city manager. We're going to try and address this, at least one particular site that's been of concern, and try to find an appropriate solution. I think there is the ability to find an appropriate solution.
Okay. Anything else?
You need a motion?
No.
I'll move.
Second.
So it's a first and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Garcia?
Yes.
Councilmember Lara?
Yes.
Councilmember Lutz?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Dr. Sanchez?
Yes.
Mayor Camacho?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you. Moving on to our city manager's staff reports.
And at that time, I do want to just remind Mayor and City Council about some upcoming events. We have the Easter extravaganza coming up fairly soon. It's posted up there. And we also have our farmers market once again starting in April.
Very well. Thank you, city manager. Leading us to the good of the order, I'll go ahead and start with Councilmember Lara.
Yeah, thank you. Had the privilege of attending the Rio Vista Fast Pitch opening. That's always a nice event. Well attended. It's just good to just see families, baseball, softball being back. Secondly, I had the opportunity to meet with the mayor, Camacho, along with for an infrastructure ad hoc committee with Public Works, city manager, also with Director Hernandez. And we talked about some of the major projects. The Aquatic Center is on pace. We plan, there's a potential groundbreaking hopefully this summer. It was a good thing that we sat down in the room and talked because we noted that there needs to be coordination between that construction project that's going to start this summer and a lot of our festivities for the World Cup and Summer Streets Festival because they share the same space. So we discussed that. Also, we talked about Rio Hondo Park. We look forward, that's moving along. That's about 90% done in terms of planning. We look forward to a groundbreaking at the end of this year. In addition to that, we talked about streets. And we talked about this year is the last year of the PMP project for the past 4 or 5 years. Then at the end of the year and next year starts a new 5-year PMP project. And we're going to see some significant streets being undertaken. We have Rosemead from Whittier to Mines that's hopefully taking place this May, June, this summer. There's 3 stages in terms of roads and how the city's going to attack them based upon how deteriorated they are. There's a simple a slurry cap. There's complete reconstruction, and then there's also discussion with the contractor that's locally in Pico Rivera to do something in between. Ultimately, there seems to be a more, I'm going to say, scientific approach, a more logical approach towards handling our streets. We know that Clorinda is a major street that has had a lot of issues. We've had some residents come and talk about that. That's starting next year, May of 27, right, Director Negrete? That's about correct. There's going to be a complete reconstruct with that. So, there's I'm not even going to say there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's progress and there's work. And one of the things that we also mentioned is the need for the city to really talk about these projects in terms of social media and let the public know that, even if it's a sidewalk, that's $1 million. And that's $1 million that our community needs to know that's being reinvested into our community. And I think it's been decades in the making, but we have some significant funds going towards our roads. But yeah, so thank you very much. Other than that, yeah.
Councilmember Lutz?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. For items AB 123, I attended the Gateway Council of Governments meeting this past week. And of course, we had our grand opening for our very first dog park, which was amazing in the north part of town. So we were all happy that we had that. I'll be able to take my dogs there once I clean them up so they look presentable. I did want to ask Director Negrete, I spoke last council meeting about posting on the internet a list of streets that are going to be upgraded or improved in the next cycle, and wanted to make sure if we are making progress on that, so that people could easily jump onto the website and see if their property that's located on a particular street is on that list.
Once we finalize those plans and go for advertising, we'll put those on the website.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And that concludes my comments.
Thank you, Councilmember. Councilmember Garcia?
Thank you, Mayor. In terms of AB 1234, I attended the LA County Sanitation meeting along with Councilmember Lara and Mayor Camacho. We attended the opening day ceremony of Pico Fast Pitch. Just as a reminder, this Saturday's Pony Baseball at Smith Park, along with the Sky Zone finally opening up after that. And then with the dog park, I just wanted everyone should know that staff member Victor's dog, Cappuccino, was the first official dog in that dog park. Right, Vic?
Second one was Latte.
The question is who's
Charlie was the
preferred?
first to christen it.
And I want to report real quick, you should have right here regarding a march that's going to take place on the 21st. I wanted to share this. It's on Saturday, March 21st from 10 to 3. It's good. It's with the Lord's Supper Ministries. Will be hosting the 2026 March for Jesus Christ. Participants will gather at 9:30, 10 o'clock in the parking lot of Dee Dee's Discount on Whittier Boulevard. They will proceed north, and they will stop. As they go north, they'll stop in front of Station 40 and pray for our first responders. They will proceed up and go to Pico Park. And prior to this, someone from the sheriffs will provide the do's and don'ts on the sidewalk. And we know that Pico Boys is also having their opening day ceremony that day. But this is the day that they wanted to do it. And if anybody's interested, you show up at 9:30. This is Pastor David is the contact. I wanted to share that with my colleagues.
Thank you, Councilmember. Mayor Pro Tem?
Yes, thank you. For AB 1234, I want to report I attended the Chamber of Commerce third annual Women's Empowerment Luncheon with some of our staff here as well. Thank you for attending. And thank you as well to many sponsors that made that event possible. I was invited to be a panelist and share a little bit about my story, as well as a speaker who is an attorney. She shared her experience, as well as a woman. She is a self-defense expert in the martial arts, and she gave us tips and demos on women's self-defense. And she taught me how to punch with open hand, and I was able to break a board. So I know how to create some damage with an open hand, not having to break my nails.
Watch out, guys.
Robert got good photos of it too in video. So thank you to everyone that attended. In addition, I wanted to report as well. I was able to attend the dog park with my dog, and she wasn't the first dog to go in there, but she was the first dog to christen the and she loved it. And I loved the article in the profile was great. So we've heard good things. I did get messages the next day. We did have a little delay opening it up. Who do residents call should there be any maintenance, or let's say they're locked out or in? is that who do they call? Because I received several messages on my Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for all the residents to let us know, but who do we direct to?
Yeah, we go to Park and Recs.
Parks and Recreation.
Isn't it listed on our rules and regs? On our rules and
On
regs
the, on the
signage?
fence? Is it there on the
I don't know if
fence?
the number is on there, Noe, but if
Maybe
if
we
not,
should put a signage so they know who to call. It's open at dawn to dusk, correct? So thank you for that. It's a great facility. Lastly, I wanted to mention I received message regarding concern about our flock cameras in the city. There was an article, this may be for you, Captain, that came out regarding a data breach of some sort. And the question is, how is this data secure? Is the data that's collected from that in Pico Rivera, who's that shared with? And especially right now, considering the Department of Homeland Security, who gets that data, and how are we ensuring that the data that's collected by those cameras are secure?
Yeah, well, first of all, there's 2 state laws that prevent us from sharing it with federal agencies like ICE or Border Protection. City controls the data that who we release that to. Every now and then, we'll get a request from a captain, a neighboring city's law enforcement would like to have access. Under those scenarios, we'll release it to them. We do not share that with federal agencies. There have been some challenges. There have been some breaches with Flock. They have changed their system and processes. They are improving that to prevent those things from happening. But what we're going to do as a city is we're going to do our own audits. We know who's searching based on our information, so we can do our internal audits just to make sure that it's not going into the wrong hands or it's not violating any type of state laws.
Thank you. How many cameras do we have currently?
I think it's 36, yeah.
Thank you. That's it, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Councilman Garcia, you got
One other item real quick I think is imperative is that, and it started with when former Mayor Lara meeting with Pico Boys, and with the dam project finally taking place, Mayor Camacho's requested a meetings with the Pico Boys board, and we met with them behind closed doors. We did an on-site visit. Pam Ugar, there's a key. It is their 70th anniversary on March 21st. We seem to have received and solicited input. City Manager Steve and staff is putting together a plan. They've bought into the plan. There's recommendations, and we'll continue to tweak it and communicate with the board.
Thank you, Councilmember, for highlighting that. It's an ongoing with Pico Boys, but we've done what we can to help them mitigate their impact. But thank you all for sharing all the events we've attended, from our opening day to our new dog park to the road improvements that are forthcoming. There's a lot going on. Thanks for sharing. Just wanted to add, as the intergovernmental agency that I represent, SIACA, we did hire an interim general manager for the role, and we're searching for a permanent general manager at SIACA as well. So more stuff will be forthcoming, but just wanted to highlight. And I'm going to check on those cat cages that I've been told that they existed. I guess I've never called for one, so I never figured they were still there. But I get you. Outside of that, unless we have any other items, Mr. City Manager, I'd like to adjourn this meeting. Thank you all for coming.